journey of the 5th edition. Join our various gaming groups as we play the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And maybe just hang out and chat about gaming in general. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Hey guys, Jim here with Creative Playing Podcast Network, and I just want to introduce you to our Goblins of Conquest Group 2. So we have a new batch of goblins that our warlord has sent off to go take out some slavers. But let's check out and see how well they do, since this is our goblins' first batch of running out of the Sunless Citadel. Alrighty guys, let me know what you think, and if you're interested in joining in some games, hit us up on our Patreon page at patreon.com/cppn. I'm looking to do some Patreon-only games, so make sure to sign up there and check out our posts. Alrighty guys, thank you for listening. Hello, hello. Yo.
Hi.
Hi.
Hola.
Hola, muchachos.
Hello, hello.
The girls outnumber the boys right now.
Yeah.
But the boy's technically in charge.
I got the elite female goblin squad.
Is this like a Charlie's and the Angel situation going on?
He's the boss.
Except I'm a bugbear.
We do have Bosley, who's or not. I'd be Bosley, and then we have Charlie, that's our warlord that we don't see.
Ew.
Right, give me 1 second. I gotta step away to go grab a power cord. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay.
Oh, looks like Anaia just jumped into roll 20, so I can give her control of her character.
Please. I haven't actually looked at the character sheet yet.
Okay, let's see.
But Andy's good at making character sheets, so I trust everything.
Ah.
Wah ha 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 ha.
Yeah, well, no.
As Andee decides to swap from Goblin Cleric to big-ass scary Bugbear.
Yeah, I noticed that, which I'm like, okay, that works. I mean,
Bugbear the Barbarian.
Goblin, but
I mean,
okay.
I've always been of the opinion that barbarians are more tanky than most of the tank classes anyway.
Right.
They get hit more often, but only for half the normal damage.
Yep.
Well, and Anaia said, maybe I want to play a cleric, and I was like, cool, because I don't.
Nice.
I always get stuck playing the cleric.
That's
And
right.
I've never played the cleric, so
Yeah.
this is exciting and terrifying and
Yeah. One less unruly goblin to keep an eye on. I can trust the Bugbear to be a little more, in line and doing what
Militant.
they're supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah, no, not happening here.
As the Bugbear merely does two things very good, and one of them is snoo snoo. Go interrogate the prisoner with snoo snoo.
No.
No.
But that's not what the Hobgoblin's telling them.
I really like how the background that I found worked with the character, my character.
Uh-huh.
It's way too nice for my character, but I really like how it looked.
Oh, where's Tarkin at? I don't see my bird.
I see your bird.
Well, I see the character, or the sheep, but I don't see my token.
Ah.
I know you had a token out there at one point.
Yeah, I did.
Is the wolf on there for my wolf? Is that my wolfie?
That is your wolf.
Can I name him?
If you want.
Can it be a wolf or a warg?
It is not a warg. Warg is a whole bunch higher level than a wolf.
Oh, okay. Eventually I want a warg. That's what I'm working for. I want to name him.
Yeah.
Let me know when I can name him.
You should have control of him. Let me check.
I do not.
There you go. You have control of Wolf.
Okay. Yay! I'm eventually gonna draw a photo of him.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like somebody has already moved Tarkin across the screen.
I did.
You know, I fought long and hard, and I almost was gonna call my wolf Moon Moon, but I'm not gonna call him Moon Moon.
Well, that doesn't work.
You calling your wolf
Wow.
Borf?
Borf. That's the noise he makes. Borf.
And Tarkin sucks. One whole hit point.
He's very derpy. He's very derpy. He's very Moon Moon, but he's not Moon Moon.
And David, do you see Tarkin's hit points? And
I do. My 1 hit point.
Yes, and
1d4 minus 1, and I roll.
Talia, do you see Borf's hit points?
I can't even see the screen.
Oh, okay.
It's like it keeps doing weird things, and I can't see. I got to figure out how to. It's like, I guess, a brand new screen, so I got to figure out how to make the token smaller. How do I make the token smaller again?
Why are
like
you
the
going
portraits?
You mean the portraits at the bottom?
Yeah.
Go to the gear
The cog.
on settings. And scroll about halfway down under the little green, blue, red box. It has, what you're looking for is player video avatar size. And you can make it names only or small. I always make it small because my math's so full of crap. I gotta do that.
Might just do names only, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I changed it to names only, and it's way better now too.
Oh yeah, it's super small and just it's nice.
Where's Borf? I don't see where Borf is.
Borf just got moved by somebody.
Uh-oh.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me either.
Oh, there he is. Wait, there's 2 Borfs.
There are 2
There's
Borfs.
2 sets of all of us.
Because someone's going to delete their character eventually, so there's always a backup set. So why are you mixing sets? Put that one back.
No!
Put him back in a reason.
Why are you putting all of you...
Copy and paste.
I only moved mine.
Why did you move both of yours? You only get to play with one. Put the other
I don't know what I'm
back.
doing.
One of them is his backup.
The reason we have this is so I can copy paste by selecting everybody at once to paste you guys on the map.
What's happening?
Get rid of one of them real quick now.
Well, apparently,
One
when I click on...
What?
Okay, so the one you took, Jim?
Oh, sorry.
So the one I'm moving right now, okay.
Then
All right,
then you
cool.
can keep playing with that one. That's the one you can play with.
So
the bottom
the
row.
number in red, what is that?
That's how many hit points you have.
And the number in blue?
That's what your AC is.
Okay.
So that way you can just click your token, and I say, will a 13 hit you? And you can just click on your token rather than pulling up your character sheet.
I always looked at the character sheet and not this, so this is good to know.
And if you're an Alt-Tab fan like I am for character sheets, as opposed to having your character sheet blocking the map, go to your Settings tab, the little gear, and like the first or second choice down the bottom is use window pop-outs for characters, and it'll make your character sheet as a pop-out that you can Alt-Tab to go to instead of having it in this same web browser for Roll20.
Or if you do like me, if you double-click the top bar where your name is in a blank spot, it'll minimizes it.
That's what I do too.
See, I've got lots of NPCs I do that with, so I don't want you guys in my way.
Yeah, no. Different things. I'm on a laptop, so that works the best for me.
Yep.
Same.
Why do I have... What is happening here?
What is the problem?
I apparently... All right, I gotta close some stuff out. Give me a second.
Okay.
What's up, Mom? I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. So everybody will say take a quick 5-minute break. Go get your beverages, get your drinks, get your internet browser working as need be.
Okay, so I've never actually done D&D and Roll20. Is there any quick things I need to know?
Yes.
So, yeah, if you pull up your character sheet.
Yeah, okay.
So, are you looking at your stats page?
Yes.
Okay. So, works like some of the others. So, like, if you have to do a, say, insight or anything, mouse over, like, one of your skills, you'll see it turn red.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
If you click it, it'll roll that item.
In the chat.
In the chat.
Okay. Just for funsies.
Yep.
Yep. Try your character sheet out.
Okay. Now what?
So it rolls automatically the way it's set up for advantage or disadvantage. So basically the first roll would be your thing unless you're rolling advantage, disadvantage. Center, it says attacks and spell casting. If Jim set that up, you should have most of your different attack type options in there, except probably not some of the spells, maybe. I don't know how far he went with you.
Wait, when you said center.
Center of the first page.
Center of the first page. There's a spells, attacks and spell casting.
Yeah. Okay, see it.
And that's basically what you would click to use whatever weapons or spells you might have in there. I don't know what he's loaded for you, but...
No spells in there, but many weapons. Oh, there's one right there. I see a spell.
There's cure wounds and all that stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's where you're going to click it, not the spell page. It's the spell page. If you click the spell on the spell page, it'll just basically give description information.
I mean, that's important too, but hey.
No, it is. That's where you can go look to read on it. When you're on the spell page, you want to click the I for information. That'll expand it so you can read it. And
okay. I see what you see. Okay.
Yeah. But if you click on the name when it's red, then it'll display it in the chat list.
And on your spells there, you'll see where you have level 1 spells. You have 3 slots total. So you want to turn that 0 next to it where it says slots remaining up to a 3 so you can keep track of your spells.
Okay.
Except for Charm Person is free.
Yep.
Charm Person is free. Okay. That's a cantrip?
No, that's a racial ability, or no, a domain ability. So you get that as an extra spell.
Well, that we're talking just about spells per day, basically, the spell slots.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
3 spells per day, but you always have your domain. There should be 2 domain spells.
Yep. Charm Person and Disguise Self.
All right, those are the
So
first
those are always available above the base spell
two. Okay.
per day that you can have known.
Okay.
When you
Cleric's kind
wake
of-
up and decide, God of my gods, give me new spells.
Yeah, Cleric's kind of tough on this character sheet because if you really want to do it, the easiest thing would be to load literally all first level spells, and then that way you can choose which ones you have readied.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot of work to load all that stuff over. I can't believe they don't have
pain in the ass.
I can't believe they don't have like a click to add from the information page, but
Mm-hmm.
but the red, if the little circles red, if you click it, it'll turn red to show prepared or not prepared.
In the spell slot?
Under the spell list page,
The little red dot is prepared or not prepared?
that's what if it's red, that would indicate you have that as a prepared spell. If you click it, it'll be hollow, which means it's not a prepared spell for.
Like
Okay.
currently on your sheet, you've got Shield of Faith and Guiding Bolt and Cure Wounds. It says the ones that you woke up this morning and said, God, I want these 3 spells in my head. And your God said, Goblin, you got it.
plus the two domains,
Yep.
which would be
Plus
also
the 2
prepared.
domains. Okay.
Yeah, which are her
Those
top
are
2.
always, which are always prepared.
Because your God says you do this like second nature.
Yep.
So with the domain ones, is that a one spell per rest thing, Major?
No, it still counts against your 3 spells per day. So you've got it memorized. It's just, that's the only thing it gives you is that you've already got it memorized.
Yeah.
So every morning.
They're bonus spell slot or spell prepared per day.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so it's
spell
not like I
slots
can do
are-
all 5
No,
in a day.
No.
That's what
Okay.
spell slots means is you have 3 spells and then you're out. So use those
Got it.
3 spells, regardless what combination you use, wisely.
Got it. Okay.
Same ones, whatever it is. Yep.
Like for
And-
your spells, you got Guiding Bolt. That's like the big ass cannon spell. Hits
Yeah.
for a lot of damage. Marks your target with advantage for your friends. You know.
We went over all of her spells last night, but it was like 1 a.m. So.
Oh, it was like late. So I remember
If you have an R to the right, that's a ritual casting spell. If you have it prepared, you can cast it as a ritual. It takes 10 minutes to cast.
But
Well-
it's cool because that doesn't
And does
count against
not
your spells
use
per
the slot.
day.
None of them say R that I can
Yep.
see.
No rituals.
Oh, no. Oh, well. Bummer. I thought it was interesting. I never really paid that close attention because I've done clerics, haven't done a lot of mages. So clerics, you have to have it prayed for, and you can cast it as a ritual, and it doesn't take spell slots. But a wizard, you just cast a ritual out of your book, so you don't even have to have it prepared.
Yep.
You can just cast it from your book, which is a nice advantage.
Mm.
So I don't have to worry about preparing like my detect magic and identify. I just read it or
Yep.
cast it.
So it's almost like you have scrolls.
Exactly.
Well, it's not scrolled in that you're casting it from it. You're following the ritual
Right.
to cast it from the book versus reading a scroll that dissipates
Instantly
the magic
goes
from
off.
the scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that the ritual is taking 10 minutes to pop off.
Right.
So you can do ritual identify instead of wasting a spell slot to identify.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just hope that you don't get attacked in those 10 minutes you're casting the spell.
Well, exactly. But it's a nice option versus cleric, where you have to actually have it prayed for the day to do it as a ritual.
Yep.
All right. Well, other than that, I'll have questions as we go.
Yep, not a problem.
Okay, so one thing as a goblin, definitely
Mhm.
look on the bottom right-hand side of your character sheet where it's got all your cool abilities.
Mhm.
Like your Channel Divinity is really cool. Your Goblin has Nimble Escape, which means as a bonus action each turn you can disengage or hide.
Okay.
And the fact that you've got Blessing of the Trickster, which is really cool. But for your Channel Divinities, you'll notice if you look on the left-hand side of your character sheet towards the bottom, there's 4 little boxes. where it says Channel Divinity, Harness Divine Power, Crossbow Bolts.
In
Look to the
corner.
right. To the right.
I was
Ah!
gonna say.
Thank you. Okay. Jim,
I was
got
like,
it.
what?
Found it.
Okay, so that's how many times you can do your Channel Divinity, which is at your current level just once.
Okay.
So when it talks about your Channel Divinity power, you have one use,
Okay.
which will go up.
For rest, anyway.
I want to be
Yep.
all good on my saving face.
Yes, your Hobgoblin
have-
has Saving Face, which is the don't fuck up in front of the troops ability.
Yeah, but I got 5. What? No, I got 1, 2, 3, 5. I got 5 allies because I was reading like familiar counts as an ally, or like the wolf is also an ally. So
So when you use your Saving Face, you will not have mud on your face.
I should have 4 to 5, depending on how spread out we are any given time, hopefully.
As all
Yeah,
of
it
a
gives
sudden
me-
you're hiding behind doing your range attacks and you're all alone technically over there.
Yeah. So yeah, anybody within 30, any ally within 30 feet of me, I can add a plus to my check.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to add an NPC for the 5th person until we find somebody, or are we just going to go forward with 4?
Just gonna go forward with 4, because after all, in 5th
Sweet.
edition, 4 is the perfect number. So
All right.
4 level 1 characters equals a level 1 CR monster, which, by the way,
Yeah.
CR does not work.
No, not very well. No.
Because lower,
But we're 2nd level.
which means
say,
I
weren't
could
we second?
use
Yeah.
a CR2 creature on you.
Please.
And then if
Not
we had a
helping.
5th person, it would be a CR 2.5.
Yeah.
Which I've seen characters kill something way higher than they should be able to kill. But that's just because good rolls are good tactics. But then again, that's
Yep,
kind of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Not terrible. Not the best.
Do you know, Anaia, do you know how to roll dice?
Nope. Hold on. Wait.
Okay,
Well,
go
most
ahead
of it you're going to be clicking your abilities and stuff, but
in your character sheet. I'll be right back. I'm
Yeah.
going to get the barking dog in, so I don't have to deal with it later
So,
after
I
9 o'clock.
definitely found the dice in the sidebar thing.
yeah.
On the left. And do you know how to snap to center and selected move?
I know how to select and move, but I don't know how to snap to center.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. It's the 4th one down. And
Okay.
then the very top it says snap to center. And if you click that,
Mm-hmm.
hang on. That's not what I wanted. You can, wherever your character is,
Mm-hmm.
you can count how many squares it is.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that you can figure out how much you can move.
Yep.
Okay.
Great tool. Just got to remember when you want to actually finally move, you have to go back up and select the pointer.
Right.
Otherwise, you're like, why am I not going anywhere?
Like me yesterday in that game when I picked the wrong token.
How do you pull your character sheet out of to make a separate window? Where is that again?
In the upper left-hand corner, there's like 2 rectangles.
Uh-huh.
Next to your name.
Click on them.
That'll bring it out as its own window, separate.
Is that what you wanted to do?
I have no idea.
Did you try minimizing it by double-clicking first? See how you like that?
Oh, no, I figured it out. Never mind.
Okay. Because, yeah, I prefer not to tab back and forth windows. It's easier for me to just double-click the little bar, minimize it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a 12 ain't bad. 16 will be good. So the Bugbear's Barbarian?
Barbarian. Yep.
Nice. I'll be right behind you. Don't worry.
She's totally going to be a beast
Always.
with her giant sword and 5-foot reach.
Yep.
And you're
Yes.
totally going to be a badass with your polearm with its 5-foot reach.
Yep.
I hope so.
Or my whip.
As long as you don't use it on me, we're good.
Now
Where
we
there's
know
a whip,
why you're in charge of the
there's
Lady
a
Goblin
way.
group.
Where there's a whip.
I try not to use the whip on my minion. I mean, my allies.
Mm-hmm. Your minions.
My allies, I mean. No. Actually, my Hobgoblin, he follows, who in the hell is it? Unless things change God-wise or what, Bargervek, who basically is the kind of the
Can we all just get
peacekeeper.
along?
He kind of believes in that the goblin tribes all need to be working together and united to be strong, not fighting amongst themselves.
That makes sense.
So
As gods go, he's kind of like that first Viking that said, "Hey guys, why are we all raiding each other? Let's get on our boats, go to that island continent, and raid those assholes instead."
Exactly. Like everybody else is free game, but we as goblinoids should not be warring amongst ourselves. Oh my god. Alrighty then.
So which one of these are? Which one of these?
Woo!
Oh shit! Which
What?
one of these tokens is mine?
Let
There's
me.
this one here. Is that the one that I can move around?
That's the one
Yep.
that you can move around.
have
Is
your
it
name
just
written
moved
down.
around?
I know, but I mean, I meant, is it the one I'm allowed to move around?
It is the one that you were allowed to move
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the ones up top. The bottom right row, leave alone.
Okay.
Because those are the ones I'm going to be putting on different maps for you.
Goblinoid war camp. Dun, dun, dun. That's way too organized for a goblinoid. Too
Well,
symmetrical.
Technically, that's a hobgoblin camp.
Oh, well, that's why it's all organized.
That's why it's got that, Roman warrior-esque feel where it's very unison, and
Yes.
it's totally not a goblin warren, that's for sure.
No way.
No.
Okay,
Those
so
rolls are my portent, by the way.
Okay, just make sure to jot those down so you have them somewhere.
Yep.
Those are good rolls.
Not bad. I'll take them.
So basically what he's talking about, guys, is those are rolls when he foresaw the future, where he will assign those numbers to rolls in the future.
Oh. Alright.
Because he is a diviner. He does his future telling thing. I'm sure he has some huckster skills on the side for when he wants to tell people their future. As the Bugbear is creeping up behind somebody with her great sword in the air, and he's like, "You will live a long and fulfilling life." Okay, so just a little bit of backstory since this is Goblins of Conquest Group 2. So the original Goblins of Conquest group is based on the concept that a hobgoblin, paladin of conquest, whose background is archaeologist, discovered that there's an ancient goblin society that all the societies, especially elves, by the way, especially high elves, especially the Eladrin of the high elves, decided to wipe out goblin history and totally wiped you guys out of the history books. Total smear campaign, by the way.
Rude.
So since he discovered this, he's on a mission to assemble as much ancient lost goblin knowledge as possible to possibly make a goblin kingdom. If anybody's played Eberron, you know the goblin kingdom I'm talking about. That's his dream.
Mm-hmm.
To have a nice civilized goblin empire where they're their own nation of power and strength. So
Nice.
that's the pretense of the warlord who went down into the Sunless Citadel and liberated you guys from the asshole that used to be your war chief. And now your new war chief, in his benevolent greatness, has bequeathed you guys extra equipment, which is why you guys had 50 extra gold to spend on equipment. And basically sending you guys off on important missions to solidify your organization. As I say, organization with air quotes. So currently, Group 1 is heading off and trying to discover some more goblin ruins. It's in a place called the Swamp of Sorrows, which totally, according to the ancient maps that your boss found, was totally a grassy plains where the goblins lived, like Mongolian warriors with wolves, before they established themselves into subspecies of breeds of goblin. Because, of course, goblins were bred because they needed a fast army, so within 7 years, goblins can fight. And, bugbears, because who doesn't want a bugbear on their side? It's a bugbear. It's an 8-foot-tall goblin that can hide and murder you in one shot. Speaking of which, on your character sheet, have you looked underneath your weapon attacks?
Who are you speaking to, me?
I'm speaking to our bugbear, yes.
Weapon attacks. What about them?
So do you notice under your weapon attacks how you have two things called rage damage and surprise attack?
Yes.
See the little checky boxes?
Yes.
If you check those boxes, it will add that to your attack rolls automatically.
Oh, okay.
Just thought I'd point that out to you, since that's like a new metric that most folks haven't actually used. I totally need to point that out to my Barbarian in the other game to make his life easier so he stops forgetting.
Sweet.
I mean, I'm
Hopefully
cool if
I
you
will
want
not
to forget
forget.
your +2 damage, but you probably don't want to forget that. So, of course, your benevolent warlord and all his, wisdom, because he's a paladin, so he's got good wisdom, has decided to send you guys to go disrupt some slavers that are north into, like, the Badlands, north of your guys' nice underground shady warren. That's a nice house that you're sad to be leaving, especially now it's under new management. Obviously, the female goblins now are empowered because their new warlord is like, go do shit and have fun, as opposed to your previous warlord who was just like, female goblins, stay in the warren, make baby goblins.
Fuck you. Oh, sorry.
Wait.
So it's totally cool that your new warlord is feminist, because he thinks female goblins can kill as easy as well as male goblins. The power of your benevolent new benefactor.
And I have seen greatness in the future of the female goblins.
I mean, you can't have a hobgoblin warrior without a hobgoblin woman making them. Just saying. It's that whole Spartan thing. Okay, so you guys are basically being sent north up into the Badlands. You have some information about these slavers because, of course, these slavers have captured goblins as well, because you do know from the basic information you were provided that this band of slavers is mostly half-orcs, humans, and orcs. Basically, the way it works is orcs and half-orcs and humans go out and kidnap people. They take them to this abandoned old city, and then they sell the slaves off after they've, indoctrinated them for a while.
Gross.
And the humans are definitely not of the good variety, since they're, hardcore into slavery. And the orcs let the humans do the talking, but the orcs do most of the head smashing. And the half-orcs are that convenient. Well, it was a dark and steamy night that night. And orc mead ran quickly. And 9 months later, you have half-orcs.
Right. So
your mission is basically just to go there, as it's explained to most of you except for the Hobgoblin, and get in as well as you can and jack the place up. And, of course, free any goblins and bring them back to the warren.
Of course.
Because that's kind of what your boss was thinking, was the fact that you can start bringing goblins from other tribes and showing them your new benevolent and great goblin society. As opposed to the old one where if a goblin talked back to a hobgoblin, he was just murdered like he talked back to a Sith Lord.
Yep. Yep.
Whip.
Pretty much.
Slash.
The whole goal of lesser goblin society is make sure you're the last one that gets killed. Because after all, in your afterlife, it's not a pleasant place because it's basically Ragnarok without the cool party stuff. Your evil god.
No weed in Goblin Valhalla, huh?
Nope. Your god murdered all the other competition, and when you die, you become a foot soldier in his eternal battle in hell.
Jesus.
It's not fun.
No niceties.
He's a total douchebag. But currently, he's the douchebag in charge unless you guys level up high enough to free your ancient gods if they exist. Or create new pantheon. Which may be why your cleric worships who she worships.
Oh my god. Oh no. What?
So, backstories for each of your characters. What does everybody know about each of you guys? Let's go ahead and we'll take turns and say, Geldran, what does the group know about you? Our hobgoblin wizard.
Haven't hashed out a whole lot yet on him. Backstory. It's actually one of my few I haven't. But
So you're saying you're very aloof and you don't associate with the lesser troops?
No, not at all. He actually, through his divination and that, he has seen the ways and the changes of the goblinoid clans, and has seen that the
You cut out there.
Hello?
I hear you.
Hear him.
I
hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, he actually is friendly to all the goblinoid types. He believes that in uniting and working together, not through coercion and stuff, that the goblins will become greater. So he actually believes in working with and respects all levels of goblinoids. And they do know he is a great wizard of
You cut out there again. Or it may be me.
I mean, yeah, no.
I think he just stopped talking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really? No, I'm talking. Yeah, I just stopped talking. So.
Oh, okay.
You hear me?
It was
Yeah.
it was an abrupt stop, so I was worried that maybe you got cut
sorry.
off.
No, yeah, no. They know he, like I said, yeah, he's a great wizard of knowledge and things of the future.
Okay.
It's kind of spooky how he kind of knows how things might happen.
He knows things and drinks wine.
Mm-hmm.
And carries
Well,
a
now,
big
wine.
polearm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Ragna, our Bugbear Barbarian? Which is the best combination ever.
So, Ragna grew up in the woods, away, not necessarily near a goblin camp, but our goblin warlord, or not goblin, but whatever he is, our warlord guy, came across me and told me his plans for a better future. And I was like, that's a shit ton better than eating, whatever I can scrap up in the forest. So I'm going to follow you. And I've been in a couple of smaller campaigns. The warlord was like, hey, you're really loyal. We like you. And decided to put me with you guys because he knows that he can trust me.
And
That's
any
about it.
mission that Ragna's on does not fail. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
So how about Nyx, our goblin ranger?
So Nyx is very feral. She's like barely housebroken. literally raised by wolves. But basically is really more comfortable in the presence of her pack than she is with just other sentient beings. Humanoids in general. Does not trust humanoids in general, but she also fights with her urges is just absolutely fascinated with shiny things and mechanical things and just the tools of humanoids. So she only interacts with humanoids for their tools and their shinies and stuff like that. And so she has a loot, like she found a loot and she's completely enamored with it. And she likes the noises it makes. But she also likes to use it as a weapon, a literal blunt instrument.
El kabong.
And the only reason she's along is because she's a good pathfinder and she was promised shinies. Is really all it is. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, so that leaves us last but not least, Serac. Not Serac.
Exna.
Yep. Exna, our cleric, our goblin
Hello.
cleric. That's you?
Yes, I said hello.
But what does the group know about you?
Little things here and there. Just a goblin doing what I can. Just a little goblin doing as I can.
See how sneaky and aloof she is? She should not be trusted. Okay, so you keep very much to yourself then, and don't say much.
I am very independent, and I'm free-spirited, and no one's gonna tell me what to do. So there's that. But at the same time, I'll do whatever I want. So let's have fun and do whatever.
Okay. So you guys have been sent for your mission. You've had time to prepare for it. You've, of course, spent all your extra gold, right?
I don't know.
Well, you can ask
Honestly, I
Andee that
haven't
question.
had time to, but we can
Neither have
pretend.
Okay, we can say later on you whip out into your backpack and you find out that yes, you did exactly that in advance. Just forgot it was sitting in your backpack.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So, what exactly is your plan?
Oh, Hobgoblin leader, what is our plan?
How far out is this place?
This is going to be like a good 4 weeks worth of travel to get to where you think the place is. You're going to have to find some informants to tell you exactly where the place is. Because according to what you've been told, most people that are brought to this place have a sack thrown over their head type of thing. So you're going to have to find someone to give you directions, willing or not. I mean, there's totally ways to do this, as, you just, totally know that you can capture some guys and, you know the symbol that they use, which is basically like this, spiked dog collar looking symbol.
I will follow you.
So 4 weeks out, that's 4 weeks out by foot. Is there any transportation available?
You can ride Borf. Yeah, unfortunately, your benevolent overlord has not done well in securing wagons and land vehicles. Now, by the way, this is 4 weeks to your end point, to your destination. You do have to probably make a stop off or two along the way. You do know that there's a quarry. It's an old dwarven quarry that they basically now use just for stonework. That's operated by slaves. There's bands of this orc tribe that wander around. You guys can ambush. I mean, there's lots of options. What type of option interests our leader of the group? I mean, there's always the option that you can just sell your goblins into slavery and follow them to the headquarters. You can just tie them both to a stick and have the bugbear carry the stick like a hobo sack.
I don't know that I necessarily. I don't know. At least not at this point. I don't know that I want to go in with a play like they're a prisoner.
I think
track.
that would probably not go well.
Well, not as we travel the lands. Maybe if we get closer, and if that would be a last resort. I would rather work our way there and then raid the camp by surprise, if possible.
So are we going to go to the...
hear him kind of like cut out?
Who?
David?
No, I
What?
heard him talking.
Yeah, he was clear that time. It was earlier
then
for
I
me
think
he was cutting
my
out.
side just skipped.
Huh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, I seem to be able to hear him just fine.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we might want to, stop on the way, at the different waypoints.
See if we can find information.
Yep.
Maybe one of our more talkative group members might be able to get some information.
Sure.
Yeah, that's definitely not my forte.
Oh, I love it. I love talking.
He's the
Talking is so
strong,
much fun,
silent
guys.
leader.
Pretty much.
I can talk to them.
I know
I can
things.
totally talk to them. Who do you want me to talk to?
Yeah, my charisma is 8. So
Me too.
I know things. That's all.
I hit things. A lot.
I hate things too.
Okay, so does it sound like you're just wanting to head that general direction and see what you run into then?
Yeah, I think so. The fates will bring enlightenment to me as we get closer.
Ha 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 ha. Trust destiny to take you where you need to go.
Oh, goodness.
The future will come to me and clear as we get closer.
I both like and fear that plan.
I will divine.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay, so you guys basically grab up your gear and do the whole we're gonna head out. Your war chief says, "Good job. We're going on a mission ourselves to go check out some ruins, so we won't see you in a while. And good luck."
All right. Let's
Do
rock
I have to have this war camp stuck up on my screen all the time?
No.
You can exit out.
Why
I know
do
I
you have it
can,
up?
but was I
And
supposed
I'll
to?
close it because you can bring it back up under the little newspaper thing where your character is.
All right.
It's down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even think you guys would open it. I just figured, I'll put it there.
No,
it popped up.
on all
It
our
auto
screens.
pops.
Popped up.
Oh, okay.
When you post or add new docs or what, it auto pops everybody. It seems like.
Yeah, I just added it so you guys could see what a well-functioning Hobgoblin war camp looks like.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yep, I guess we're walking.
Maybe if along the way we find somebody that we can gank their horses, we'll take them.
That could
That sounds
totally
like
be
a
a
great
thing.
idea.
Ooh, perfect.
Sure, there will be some unsuspecting humans along the way.
That could totally be a thing. Okay, so you guys are heading north. Your ranger, who, by the way, what is your favorite environment, Ranger?
Do you like trees? Do you like hills? Do you like urban environments?
If you look on your character
Wow.
sheet on the bottom right-hand side, it'll have favored terrain, something along those lines.
Grasslands.
Do you like the grassy plains? Do you like the tree forests?
What kind of terrain are we
Swamp.
in right now?
Currently, it's going to be light forests.
So, what are we doing?
Look in your
You have to
character
pick
sheet.
what kind of terrain you like.
Well,
What's
no,
your
I
preferred?
apparently I'm forest, so
Okay, so forest. Okay. So it is your favorite terrain. You may want to read that ability just because it'll help you out since you are in the forest, by the way.
It is so
Okay.
nice.
So as you guys are heading up, I'm assuming you're having your ranger lead the way, right?
Sure.
Okay, so Nix, go ahead and give me your survival roll as you're guiding the group.
That's our scout.
As your scout's totally saying, I know the way. And with an 18, she's like trailblazing you guys this path. There's that red line growing up the map showing that you're safely avoiding dangers as you guys are going up. You know, it's a couple days that have passed, you know, basically 3 days have easily passed with no problems. Is our ranger using their ability to keep the group fed, by the way?
yes.
Okay, just making sure. So you guys head out there, and on the midday, basically noonish, of the 4th day of you guys' traveling, your ranger kind of does the hand signal for everyone to stop because she's, you know, on point ahead of you guys by a nice safe distance, and she kind of does this whole, you know, hold up thing that gets everyone's attention so they stop. So Nix, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
I stealthed.
Stealth.
Not so.
As our ranger's kind of like straining her eyes to see what the noise is up ahead, but she can't quite place it, but she definitely knows there's some action up ahead. So are you going to double back
Can I roll for Borf?
for Borf?
Because he's a wolf. He has better ears than me.
Well, basically, you can try, but then how is he going to communicate what he sees to you?
Don't I have thought I had a thing.
You do. That's what I'm asking.
A thing.
You have a thing. I know exactly what you could do.
Speak
but
with animals.
You do. You totally can cast that spell. So are you going to cast Speak with Animals?
I probably would have cast Speak with Animals as we're going, but that's...
Yeah, but it only lasts
It
10
only
minutes
lasts
at a
10
time.
minutes. So are you burning your
Okay.
spells in the first hour of the morning?
No, I'm not going to burn spells in the first hour.
But
Okay.
There
Never
are
mind.
other options.
There are other options.
Well, okay, so let's do this. If he seems really alarmed, then I'll cast it.
Okay.
Does he seem really alarmed?
Roll perception on Borf.
How do I do that?
Pull up his character sheet.
Okay,
And does he have skill in perception?
let me take a look. Yes, he does.
So you should be able to just click the word perception and it will roll for him. So immediately Borf kind of squats down in that protective, I sense danger ahead.
Little grumble.
Okay. So yeah, then I'm going to roll Speak with Animals.
So obviously since, Nyx failed to spot the danger, but Borf did, you're gonna good boy, and you cast Speak with Animals, so you can have conversation with him.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, what word does your wolf use for human?
Pink things.
Pink things. Okay.
Two-leggeds.
Well, we're two-legged.
Tender meat.
So he basically
Pinkies.
communicates with you that up ahead in 15 strides, which is like a good 150 feet, it's a good solid distance ahead. He smells the scent of pink things. And he pats his paw to tell you that it's more than 5, but not 10. Because unfortunately he can't count packs that well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so I relay this to the group.
I'm hidden already.
Okay, roll your stealth and let's find out.
No, I already did.
Okay, with that 23, yes, you are
Oh.
hidden. As
It
the
was like,
bugbear just
I'm stealth right away.
disappears.
Well, as soon as she said stop, I was like, oh shit, and I hid.
She blends into the environment. Okay, so you're
That's
going
how
back
I
to
roll,
tell the
get it?
group? Yep. So, Nix, you're going to go back to the group and tell them?
Well, I told them to stop. They should be behind me.
Well,
Yeah, but you're ahead a little ways.
if you're
so.
walking
Yeah.
point, you're like 50 feet ahead of the group.
Oh, I am. Okay.
Yeah, if you're walking point, usually the person on point is like 50 to 100 feet ahead. They're scouting ahead for danger, basically.
Okay, then I'm going to turn to the group, put my finger to my lips, and very slowly kind of do the come hither.
Okay.
Okay.
Move forward quietly.
Okay,
Quiet,
so
tiny
each of you
steps.
guys give me a stealth, except for our Bugbear, who rolled more than good enough for her stealth. As you're just seeing the shadow pass between trees.
Well, as I'm moving forward, I'm mentally telling Tarkin, move forward, fly high and scan ahead.
Okay, so Tarkin's gonna how far ahead?
Well, no more than 100 feet from me.
Okay, is he gonna go above the tree line so he could see up ahead?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you give him the command and he flies above the tree line doing his thing. As our Goblin Trickster is not rolling well for stealth at all.
Nope.
She
Wow.
decided to pull out some bells.
That's just wow.
The trickster that can't trick. Wow.
Hey, give me a minute.
Okay, so sadly, our Cleric is stomping her big little feet, making as much noise as she can as a total diversion for everyone else.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
But as you guys creep forward, you hear some ruckus up ahead. It sounds like it could be combat, it could be some construction. You're not quite sure. It's just ruckus. But your scout was keen enough to stop you guys before you got much closer. As you guys are gathering up, starting to talk. Of course, Tarkin is flying off in the distance, and of course, we've got the whole Beastmaster bit where our wizard is seeing through his familiar eyes for up to 1,000 feet, right?
I think it's 100 or no. Let me look. I forget.
It's far better if I pose it as a question like that. See. And the noisy little goblin is stomping her little feet.
Let's see. 100 feet.
So are you giving Tarkin any commands once, he flies past the 100 feet to come back, or to...
Well, basically go 100 feet out, see what we can see, and I'll send them forward as we move forward. But I'll have them kind of
So
stay
that he
at
stays
that.
in range.
Yeah.
So at the peak of the 100 feet, because he moves pretty fast, he gives you the message that there's commotion up ahead, but it's just out of view. So he'll have to scout a little further ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll have them stay there until we move up closer. But that way I can see if anything might or by chance comes our way before we get up there.
Okay, so you just have him kind of like perch on a tree, or just keep circling around?
Yeah, we'll have him perch on a tree so he can watch the road.
Okay, so he kind of perches on the tree. Now remember, you're kind of, these are game trails that you're walking on for the most part.
Okay.
So it's very woodsy, very tall grassy,
Right.
So you guys have all gathered up. Are you discussing any tactics or anything? Goblins tactics.
Yeah. I say we creep up quietly and slowly, see what's going on.
Yes, we should totally
Until I can get a better view with Tarkin.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys basically, what kind of formation are y'all grouping up in? And as I say that, you'll notice the map will slowly materialize.
Uh-oh.
And you guys are at the very bottom.
I am flanking in the hidden parts of the rush near the front.
So we're at the bottom on the left or
You're
right side?
right here.
Oh, okay.
Bottom dead center.
All right.
And it's a
Trails.
little thicker woodlandsiness than the picture showing here. You know, the trees are full of
Okay.
leaves and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Places for me to hide.
Tarkin's like up here somewhere.
I'm gonna sneak forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'll follow kind of behind somebody. You know, you guys.
I'm gonna
The ranger.
be. I'm trying to. Is there a way to? Because I'm gonna, of course, be writing on Borf.
If you drag, do a left click and drag, you can move both tokens. You highlight.
You can highlight both and move them together.
Yep.
Okay.
Or you can totally just put Borf aside and put a symbol on you that you're riding him. Because that means you're moving with his speed, not your speed.
I think he can move more than me, can he?
Probably.
Good
He
chance.
does have 4 legs instead of 2.
Yes.
I can count.
Wow. See, that's smart goblins.
Is his speed on here? Yeah, he's got a speed of 40 feet, and I have a speed of
30.
Yes.
And since you're on a mount, you may see a pop-up for mounted combat come up on your screen. So that while
I
you're
just did.
mounted, you have 2 options. You can either control the
Uh-huh.
mount or allow it to act independently. Intelligent creatures, blah, blah, blah. You can control the mount only if it's been trained to accept a rider, which it has. Blah, 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 blah. So now you know what mounted combat is all about.
Kind of.
And since what size is your wolf? He is medium, right?
I guess.
If you look on,
I mean-
if you pull up his character sheet, it will tell you his size.
Oh, you didn't add that to the
One
thing.
second. Medium beast.
Yep. So he is able to have small creatures ride him, such as goblins. So you may want to take some time to read the mounted combat stuff. It's a quick read. So you guys, you're riding Borf. Okay. So you guys are all kind of creeping closer. Give me one more stealth roll as you guys, are spanning the extra 60 to 70 feet was needed for Tarkin to get close enough.
Oh,
Not as good.
Look at that.
God damn it.
That's even with studded leather, man.
Now, if it helps, our cleric should totally look at her divine things that she can do regarding stealth.
Oh yeah, you could give somebody a bonus.
okay. I was trying to read them earlier, but it's hard when people talk. Where? Where am I looking?
On the
It's
bottom
good.
right-hand side, there should be something about Trickster's gift, something like that.
Trickster's gift. Trickster's gift.
That may not
Blessing
exactly...
of the Trickster.
There you go.
Yes.
Starting when you choose this domain for the... Oh! I need to touch a willing person. Or creature. You. I touch you, and I'm next to you, so hey. To give an advantage on dexterity. Stealth checks. This blessing lasts for 1 hour or until you use this feature again.
Basically recast on somebody else. But you can't use
Okay,
it on
and that's a
yourself,
spell?
which is tricky. Nope. It's just a thing that you come up and you give them the blessing of the Trickster.
Okay, then I go touch.
So who are you touching?
I'm touching Ragna.
Okay, so Ragna, just remember that you have a blessing for your stealth rolls.
Okay.
So you guys are getting closer, so close. And when you do, Tarkin kind of gives how does Tarkin communicate with you? Does he give the cacaws or what?
Nah, it's mental. It's a familiar.
But
So he probably
when,
just can
when
give
he's
you
talking
images.
in your head, what does he? Are you just seeing like the Beastmaster, or is he? How does he talk to you?
Well, if he alerts, well, I don't know. I mean, it's
This is totally flavor text for you. Is he talks with a Cagney accent? Does he talk with a very formal approach to you? Does he just say "caca" and telepath, "master"?
Yeah, probably more of I mean, it's a raven, so kind of that raven mentality. They tend to be pretty smart birds. So
Lots of Chinese ahead.
Totally the raven from the live action Disney. The dude that gets turned from a raven to a human.
Maleficent?
From Maleficent.
Maleficent?
Maleficent,
there you go.
So
There you go.
Immediately he kind of, "Caca, master, there are humans chopping trees up ahead. Caca."
Okay, I will kind of signal to stop for a second, and I will take and see through his eyes.
Okay, so you immediately, take a moment and put your hand against a tree to steady yourself so you don't trip over while, things may be happening.
Yep.
Now, is this the first time the group has seen you do this?
Might not have had any real opportunity to, since we haven't really been out on any missions yet.
Okay, so you guys kind of see him kind of like for the first time kind of put his hand against, something, and kind of like he seems out of his body right now.
He works out, huh?
Yeah. So up ahead here, a good solid distance, you open your eyes and you see it looks like a bunch of human woodsmen, basically woodcutters out there chopping into trees. What you thought was the sound of battle is obviously the clanking of their axes into the tree. And they simply seem to be taken up in the job of chopping these trees up. They're obviously woodcutting.
And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Please follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/CPPN to never miss a show or stream.
Hello, this is Eric.
And Wendy Strog with Stone Valley Hobby and Games.
We sell board games, card games, role-playing games, and supplies. We have thousands of Magic the Gathering cards available, carry Kickstarter products, and work with veteran-owned small businesses to bring you our own line of products.
We are a small business retailer, but we offer competitive prices, a loyalty system, and free shipping on orders over $100.
As a military veteran myself, I'm a strong supporter of our armed forces, their families, and contractors out there doing the hard job. So any order from an AA, AE, or EP address will be shipped absolutely free.
Remember, StoneValleyGames.com, where we take your leisure seriously.